Previously on Promo Gnome. And so comfortable too. Did I mention that this guitar was run over by a car twice? Yep. So I've been tasked with repairing this case, and it took a pretty big hit. The covering is kind of coming off of it. We'll see if we can get that back down. The biggest problem, we got the seam right here, but most of the top is separating from the edging. So we'll see if we can fix that. But thankfully, seems like a well-built case because it protected the Guild inside. This one is a 2006 GAD25-NAT. Just a your standard dreadnought shape. But the one thing about this guitar, it's got awesome tone. Probably one of my top 5 acoustic guitars I've ever played. Just really warm, very warm. Anything you play on it sounds great. So yeah, we'll get to work on this. Where do you think I should start? Guitar or case? Let's start on the guitar because I know I can accomplish something with that. Listen to this tone. So I started working on my own guitars maybe 30 plus years ago, and started working on other people's guitars about 10 years ago. And this is still my favorite acoustic that I've ever worked on. It's the tone is just amazing, and that's probably due to the mahogany body. But a super comfortable guitar to play, and just really loud, and it's fast too. Another cool thing about this guitar is it has 2 bridges. It has a summer bridge, and the winter bridge is in there now. And since we're closer to summer and than we are to winter, I think I'm going to put this in here on the string change. So when I first started working on my own guitars, there wasn't a YouTube to refer to or an internet to get advice on. You either bring your guitar to a shop, this book about guitars always came in very helpful for me. I think this is I don't know if I had my original or this might be, this is a second printing, I think. But this tells you everything you really need to know. But nowadays you can just watch it on the YouTubes, right? So I'll take my pins out here. Same old faces with the same old things to say. It's the same old, but it's different now. What we worry. So when I first started playing guitar in the late 80s, it was electric. I didn't have an acoustic. I didn't get an acoustic till like the late 90s, and it was a Ovation Applause Celebrity. I'm now the proud owner of 2 Applause Celebrities, Ovation things, whatever. I have a deep bowl and a shallow bowl. They don't get played that often. I'm mostly playing bass nowadays. I do have, this is my shop guitar. My buddy Nils gave this to me a couple years ago. This is my Dusty Johnson. It's actually a really nice guitar. It plays really well. I keep that down here just to pluck something out. If I need to figure out a riff or a lick or something, that's the one I use. And it's just filthy. Just sits to the side, But on this thing, I haven't had it in a while. It's pretty filthy. Just needs a good cleanup. I don't think I've ever been through the frets, and they still look really good, but I'm going to check them anyway. Got I'm going to do these pins first and set them aside. Let's see. I did the last time I beveled them. I want to give them a little bit more of a bevel though, and that's just to keep when you first set the strings, they'll slide up on you. They were already pretty good. I did them last time too. So this guitar came with a summer bridge and a winter bridge. The winter bridge here on the top is a little bit wider, and the summer bridge is a little bit narrower. I think the summer bridge is left in there a little bit too long, but you can usually tell about what season, and we're closer to summer than we are to winter right now, and the action was getting a little high with that winter bridge in there. So we'll go with the summer bridge because we're coming into summer and it should be all set for the season. And it's just the way the guitar flexes. You can actually, and then sometime in the fall, the strings will start getting really buzzy on you, and then you know it's time to switch to the taller winter bridge. Got my fret checker and my bob. Let's start just looking through these, see where they are. Yeah, there's some screwiness right in here, so I'm going to get out the tape. Let's see if this works. Nice. Alright, let's start checking through here. These were all okay. Let me go up here. I'll start around 12, 11. Good. Let's see if that works again. Ah, that didn't work. Try it again. Maybe if I go this way. Ah, what is going on here? Take it off the old-fashioned way. Alright, enough shenanigans. Let's clean it up. I'm going to use some spray away glass cleaner here. It's very mild. Make it smell good. It's ammonia free. Get all our fingerprints and our sticker residue, our tape residue off of there. And whatever else was spilled on there. Cleans up nice. Get a little oilage here on the fretboard. some like green oxidation up here on the nut. I want to see if I can clean it out with a little isopropyl alcohol. I think the strings might have been on there a little too long this last time. Just gave it a little swipe with a folded piece of sandpaper. Not enough to dig in to the nut, but just enough to clean it. Just kind of wipe out any debris that's in there. Oxidation from those old strings. While I'm letting this here feed and wax dry, I'm just going to kind of soak in some IPA here into there and let that sit. It'll go evaporate pretty quick anyway. Alright, this string change, I'm going to be putting the D'Addario Phosphor Bronze 1047. They make a lighter version of this, but it's hard to find, and these usually work pretty good. And I recall looking up the owner's manual for this one years ago, and this is what it called for. And I really liked them, so I started using them on everything. So, good strings, good strings. If you're in the market for a Phosphor Bronze. My memory's terrible, so I always got to kind of look at the color chart. Make sure I'm putting the strings in the right one. I know that the gold one goes in first. Brass one. So this one cleans up really well. Sounds great, feels great. We'll put this aside and we'll start working on that case. As much as I would like to keep this top cloth covering in place, it's going to kind of get in my way. The spots where it's torn up, I can get to this wood to glue it back easily. But then where it's still attached in here, there is a spot that goes up to about here that's not attached, and then from here to here is attached. And then up at this end, it's completely disattached. The only thing that's holding it on is this fabric. So whether it goes back on there or not, I don't know. But I got to get it off to be able to glue this piece of wood, which forms the top of the case, down to the edging of the case. So maybe I can get it back on there afterwards. It'll be tough to center it, but maybe this gets finished and covered with stickers or something. This has to go. As you can see, a lot of this glue is given way, and now I can get in here and clamp it back together correctly. And I got some of the Gorilla Epoxy, sets in 5 minutes, clear. I had this and I had some 24-hour stuff, but I really don't want to wait that long. So we're going to go with this. And I'm going to mix it off into this cup, do the stirring, and I'm going to paint it in with these. I should probably get some tape too. Alright, I'm going to use this tape because I can't really clamp, but I can put it in position and tape it down until it dries. Let's see, what's this stuff say? Mix it, forget it, right? Oh, I forgot to take this stupid stick out of here. See if we can get this area in from there to there. Alright, that's really setting up nice there. It's already like structurally feeling a lot better. Did some clamps there just to... There's a spot that wanted to walk on me. So I'm going to pull this tape off. I'm going to attempt to put the top cover back on. Let's see how this goes. Alright, the Gorilla Glue that I used there on that top has gone off, and it's super solid. It's the structure of it feels way better now. But I'm going to try to get this back on here, or this top on here. I'm going to use some of this Gorilla spray adhesive, and I'm going to spray some out here on the wood first, and then I'm going to spray some on the fabric. Let it go off for a little bit and then try to mate the two. Real happy with that. Just the way that this all sit down in there, using the putty knife to force it down in between the seam where it once was. Yeah, that's really good. That will stand the test of time. That'll probably be on there longer than it was on there originally. And make sure I'm pushing all these threads down in there. Still got some hacking up there, but that's alright. But the way it sit right down in that groove, nice. Really happy with how this top went back on. It's got all its structure back. It's very rigid again, and that piece of cloth actually lined up really well. I got no air bubbles or anything, wrinkles or nothing like that. It tucked back into these seams really well. The next part of this, I need to fix up some of the seaming around the edge. There's another one here at the bottom, and I got to deal with this hinge too. Oh look, self-tappers. I think I worked on this before. I think the easiest thing to do might be to take off the top and work on them separately so I can get under here and work on this seam right here and try to see if I can beef up this and yeah, see what I can come up with, something better than self-tappers to hold that in. that's pretty good. I can work with that. Let's see. This really just needs to be folded over and glued back in there. I think that'll do. So I'm going to run a bead of super glue along this piece of cardboard that holds this, that makes this this edging. Use some of this foam board here to give a little bulk. It looks like there's a piece of cardboard that goes within this faux leather, brown striping here, and it's chipped out there from probably when I made the old repair, or somebody made the old repair. So yeah, I'm going to let this glue set up for a little while, and now I can do my next step here. Put this back on and try to figure out something more long-term than self-tappers. So that's had overnight to sit. I had rounded up some more clamps to get the most clampage I could get. Before I put the top back on, I am noticing that these tabs, there's 3 of them, 4 of them, this one's fine. There's these 3 here are all bent over, and they're supposed to align your latches. So I'm going to try to bend those up gently. I can adjust these too after I put the top back on and I get it functioning correctly. Alright, that's a good start. So alright, let's focus in on this sucker. There's wood actually behind this that holds all this together. So I kind of want to get this lined up. I'm going to put one screw in here where the screws used to sit. Alright. So I want to put something in this hole to line it back up, make sure we're straight. I don't care how long this is right now. Actually want it to be long. Alright, I like how that's sitting. I'm going to go right ahead and nut and bolt this thing because I don't want to fix it again. And I don't have faith in the wood screws to hold, you know, if that's wallered out in there. So, I got these long ones. I think I'm going to try to put them in from the inside with the nut on the outside. And then I'll just cut off what I don't need. And then I'm thinking peening over the threads so that it won't come out. So, since that's lined up, I'm going to set up a drill bit and drill out a hole for that. What I'm going to do on the inside here is put this underneath the furry lining. Nice. Safety glasses. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Solid again. Might even take another hit by a car. Let's hope not. This top tab I want to bend out a little bit. I think it has a tendency to want to go under, to go on this side rather than this side. So I just want to bend it out a little bit so it's not prone to getting snuffed under again. Like that, and the latch will catch it. This one out a little too. Yeah, that's good. Let's see. I got his winter bridge back in there. He's also got. They also provided him with an Allen wrench and a peg for an extra peg for his strap button. I'm liking that. Just want to give it a good vacuum to it. Probably just vacuumed up a ½ ounce of herb right there. Oh, look at. Get in your home. It's your home. What do you think my chances are of successfully making a new latch here out of a coat hanger? Let me give it a try. Use one of the old ones to measure by. Want that to be in kind of far. Find right there. Learned everything I know about bending rods from Bad Chad, so take this for what it's worth. Around the top of this a little bit better, so kind of got this wrapped around the hammer and just want to kind of shape it a little bit better. I'm not doing this hard. The reason why is you should never tap two hammers together, especially this way, like without safety protection, because these could easily chip and hit you. I remember when we were in shop, that was one of the, teacher kept stressing that. Nobody was doing it, but made you want to do it. Don't hit the hammers together. Don't hit the hammers together. Everybody be like, what, like this? Let's see how this will work. Oh, nice. I mean, it's not going to come out of here now, out of the bottom. So, I think that'll be passable. Here. What an absolute beautiful guitar. The playability is insane. The tone is like thicker than syrup. And that's all this mahogany body here. Way heavier than a spruce top would be. So, probably one of my top 3 acoustic guitars I've ever played. I'd even say maybe the best acoustic I've ever played. In fact, I don't even want to give it back to him. Sorry. I ran into the guy who owns this week. I typically, some of the guitarists I don't really see. They leave their guitars at my buddy Vic Hucklebuck's jam room, and I pick them up when I get there and keep them until I'm done with them. But I ran into him and I was asking him about the case, and he said that this one actually didn't get run over by his car, but he has incredible shit luck because this one got thrown out of a plane. He was on a flight and they made them get off on the tarmac, and he watched the handler throw the guitar out of the back of the plane onto the ground and then throw 2 suitcases on top of it. So he watched it get crushed in front of his eyes in a matter of seconds. And boy, I know he was bummed out about that because this guitar meant a lot to him. Probably more than his other guitars. He has a connection with Guild with his dad. His dad always played Guild, so they have that connection. I think I remember him telling me that his dad helped him pick this guitar out when they went shopping for a Guild, and he really got a good one. So I know he was really bummed out about not getting it out because of the case, but you know, another one saved. I'm happy to help on this one. So going to get this back to him so he can start enjoying it the way it should be enjoyed. And I want to thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up for filming it for you, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.
I'm going down to the Greyhound station, gonna buy a ticket to ride. Gonna find that lady, 2 or 3 kids, and sit down by her side. Right till the sun comes up and down around me about 2 or 3 times. Smoking cigarettes in the last seat. Sing a song for the people who need to get along with it all. Where the people say y'all, sing a song with a friend. Change the shape that I'm in. Get back in the game, start playing again. I'd like to stay, but I might have to go start over again. Might go back down to Texas, go to some place that I've never been. And get up in the morning, go out at night, and I won't have to go home. It's being alone. Change the words to a song. Start playing again. That's enough.